Pisces, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early to mid-September 2024. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know, I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in the energy and see what's happening for the lovely Piscean people. Hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going, my guides. Talk to me. What do you got for us Pisceans here in early to mid-September? What energies, messages, insights can we take a little peek at? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. At the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Pisces in early to mid-September. What do we have? Let's get this first card out nice and quick, please. What is happening? There we go. Thank you. Beautiful. Okay, so this energy usually does remind me of the Hierophant, which seems to be a vibe that's been showing up quite a bit, but there's also areas of like the unknown, the unseen. There's very spiritual energy tapped into this as well. So out of all the oracle cards, this is one of the more dense ones. Now, before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the September subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk more about this card. So we see this individual, they are blindfolded, and in front of them, there's all these different golden emblems of different sorts of spirituality. Now, the fact that this person is blindfolded does speak to them being severed from the material world. So this is a very strong spiritual focus for the Pisceans in this time, which as part of the collective myself, I know at baseline, most of us are pretty spiritual people. We're drawn to studying spirituality and experiencing it. It's just something that's encoded to most Pisceans, depending on your other traits. So now is a great time to either practice your preferred form of spirituality or dive into new things and learn about them. There's a soul searching type of energy here as well, which is really beautiful. But another thing I always say about this card, aside from the whole spiritual connotations, is the fact that with the blindfold, there's a bit of a, I don't want to say secret type of energy, but it's hidden. It's not within view. So I really want to see if we get those themes within the reading itself, because there might be things that you don't see coming or just certain things that are just without your view. So we're going to see what's up. We'll put him over there. He could keep searching through those different symbols. Let's get into tarot now. And I always say the first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. Let's get you 3 tarot cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. Shuffle it up one time here for my Pisceans, please. What is happening in early to mid-September? While we get this shuffled up and ready to go, let's talk about last week's reading, my friends. It was titled An Explosive Change, and there was a lot of fiery energy showing up, which, I mean, as water signs, sometimes fire energy could be a little intense for us, but to me, I felt like something kicking in real quick, real fast. So there could be various situations and changes you're experiencing that either they're going to process very quickly or they're going to start happening very quick. Okay, it could even be something you're pushing for, but let's see what shows up for this week. As you know, energy is very fluid. It's never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or someone that you're linked to. Let's get it going. 3 cards for Pisces to start. What do we have, please? We are in Virgo season, your zodiacal opposite. Okay, we do have the Death card, which is a card of change. Don't be nervous about that if you're new to tarot. This is Scorpio energy, and it is not what it seems. I know the imagery there could be a little creepy, okay, but it's nothing to be nervous about. Let's get a couple more. What do we got here for Pisces? Okay, Magician, beautiful. Okay, so both of these cards link into that oracle where they are both extremely, extremely spiritual here, Pisces. Let's get one more. They're both karmic as well. It's one thing that I can definitely not ignore. Let's get one more here for Pisces, please. I mean, this could be something you're manifesting. And there it is, the bookend. So all of these energies and cards are interwoven. We have our friend, the High Priestess, which is big Pisces energy right there. So that could be representing us. Okay, so there's a certain intensity to this, Pisces. And let's just go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, and we'll get into that juicy intuitive stuff. Now, at first look, first glance, the one thing I do like, they're all major arcana, which represent powerful themes that we could all be experiencing. On the bookends, they're both linked to water signs, so this is an energy we could be very comfortable in. Same goes with this Magician. So I feel, although this energy is intense, for a lot of the Piscean collective, this is our wheelhouse. Like, this is where we're comfy, this is where we're cozy, which is good, okay? Especially with all this intense energy around. So let's just go through piece by piece and really start to build it out, especially with the cycles. Then these two cards are extremely similar. One's divine feminine, one's divine masculine. So let's just go through piece by piece and really build this out. Position number 1, we have the Death card, Scorpio energy. And when this card shows up, yes, death could sometimes represent endings, but I say it's much more complex than that. It doesn't just mean the end of a cycle or the end of something. The Death card to me represents change. It represents metamorphosis. This represents, like, yeah, growing into something new. It could be revamping things, remaking things. This is a beautiful card of renewal. It is one of the more powerful karmic cards, so it does speak of the life's journey. It could speak about cycles that you're going through and experiencing, so there's really a lot for us to uncover here. Every card has positive and challenge. Now, I guess the challenge of this, yeah, sure, it could represent something that's ended already, but in reverse, this can sometimes be a card that returns. So for some of you, situations returning, or individuals, things, like, we'll just have to see what clarifies it. But to me, the Death card is linked to, like, what we saw last week: powerful change, strong karmic spiritual energy, which is from front to back so far within this week's reading. So we'll have to look at it. I mean, unless you have Scorpio placements or you're connected to Scorpio. Now, moving to the center, and this spiritual energy does not slow down one bit. We have the Magician, one of the best cards of manifesting and creating here. So just know, in this time, us Pisceans, we usually have a knack for manifesting regardless, but in this time, those energies could be heightened. The Magician, notice he has that infinity symbol over the head, so it does tie into source, it does tie into universe. The Magician is master of all elements. This card often shows up when somebody is practicing ritual, diving into different sorts of spirituality. So you see the link to that very first card. And again, huge card of controlling your fate, what way you want to go, what you're bringing towards you. So now, if you're not purposely manifesting things, you might want to start when the Magician is here. Now, I do say this, the challenging aspect of the Magician, sometimes it could be an individual that's a little bit too controlling. Sometimes it could represent things in life that are out of our hands, right? Like, there's only so many things that we can control in this material realm. And the Magician kind of brings our sight to both of those aspects. So we'll want to see what's up with him, for sure. But I'm getting a good energy. Like I said, the way these cards look, yes, they're intense. Yes, there's a certain mysticism to them. But to me, I feel like we're comfy here, Pisces. If you're cross-watching, this energy might not be as comfy for you. Now, onto the back end, we have the High Priestess. Now, classically, this is the one that links to us Pisceans. And I say with the High Priestess, I also give her to the other water signs, so Scorpio and Pisces, because I feel like all water signs embody this energy. She is the matron of psychics, intuitives, and tarot readers. She speaks about the subtle energies, the subtle world, subtle details, things that aren't in your face. So whereas she is the bookend to this Magician, they are the different aspects of the same energy, divine masculine, divine feminine. Whereas the Magician is much more proactive and in your face. Her energy is behind the scenes and moving things softly. So when she shows up, watch your intuition. Your gut might be trying to tell you things or lead you in certain ways. Since this is a Pisces reading, the clarifier could tell us something that's coming towards us or a way we might be feeling in this time. But just like this very first card here in the beginning, she is a huge card of the unknown, secrecy, hidden, surprising, unexpected. So I feel like she is absolutely going to be a cornerstone in this week's reading. So we're going to tuck her in right there next to this Magician. And yeah, Pisces, I want to dive deeper on all this, so let's do it. Let's jump in and clarify. Good. Let's get a good shuffle here. What do we got for my Pisces friends? Good, let's talk to me. And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Going on that Death card. And yeah, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Pisces, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. Okay, Death card time. What's happening? Life is death here, Pisces. Thank you. Two of Wands in reverse, huh? Now, usually this is a card that represents planning. There's a lot of strategy involved with this. It could also be indecision. So for some Pisces, if you feel like you're at a crossroads in life, this could be somebody who's at a point where they might feel like they're on a treadmill or they're treading water. I don't know why it's giving me that vibe. It's not technically stuck, but it feels like I'm staying afloat. I'm just existing. It's very peculiar, right? Now, for some of you, yes, this could represent an unplanned or a surprising ending that you may have already experienced, because with the strategy in reverse underneath the death card, sure, this could be an ending that you did not see coming. But the intuitive message that I was picking up here is like, okay, I feel like I don't want to say it feels like I'm living in Groundhog's Day, but to me, it's more like I'm treading water, like I'm existing. So we're going to have to see how the rest of this plays out. Now, the Two of Wands in the upright, it could represent travel and distance, and it's like making plans and strategies. When it's in reverse, it's not doing any of those things. It's staying put. It's not making a decision. And for some of you, yes, if you have a choice or you're at a crossroads, to me, it just feels like, all right, well, there's no solid, firm decision made. Okay, so I feel like it's one or the other for some of you, whether it's a surprising or unexpected ending that you didn't see coming that you're still dealing with. And for another portion of you, like I said, it feels like there's not a lot of progress, like you're just treading water. Let's keep moving forward. Okay. For some of you, your intuition could be tugging at you, like you might feel like something big is coming too. That's another vibe I'm picking up here. Because it's like, yeah, we're here, we're doing the thing, but these powerful energies are still yet to come. Let's go in on the Magician, see what happens. Let's get into the realm of action. So why is the Magician here? Thank you. Okay, we do have the Empress in reverse here. Okay. Usually she's a beautiful card of blessings and abundance. Notice that she is in reverse. To me, this feels like somebody that wants to fix something or make it right. So in this time, Pisces, you might have a keen eye for problem solving and fixing things or trying to come up with solutions. And that might be why all this feverish thought is going in here in the front, because it's like, all right, I got to figure this out. That's just the vibe it's making me feel. Now, some of you might be connected to a Taurus or a Libra. When we have the Empress in reverse, she could also represent mother figures. Usually in the upright, she is just blessings and abundance overflowing. In reverse, it could be an absence of those things. So I do feel now is a great time for any Pisces to really attract what it is they want. So take advantage of it while you can, like really throw your energy into manifesting and creating the future you want, because you could easily turn this Empress upside down. That's kind of what this is telling me. Now, there are also energies here with her in reverse. She could be a stubborn energy, the Empress. It's an energy that's very grounded. I don't want to say it's like clinging or anything like that, but when I see the Magician with the Empress in reverse, it's like, I need to turn this energy around. I need to turn it upside down. So I do feel like this problem solving. So some of you obviously might be going through certain situations or big problems in this time where it's like, okay, I need to approach this in the right way. Let's move over to the High Priestess, though. Very simple. Very important to watch your mindset in this time, because you don't want to manifest things that you don't want. That's another thing I want to say to some of you. So let's see what the High Priestess has to say. And we'll do a quick recap before we get into the shadow. So why is the High Priestess here? Thank you. Okay. Two of Pentacles. So this is really beautiful. It's really harmonious. And one thing I do have to say, like pretty much this whole entire reading has karmic archetypes. Okay. Whatever this change, whatever this metamorphosis, this transformation is, I feel like, again, this is the Pisces wheelhouse. We're a mutable sign. We could go with the flow. We could roll with the punches. And I feel that's exactly what's going to happen here. Okay. And if you're a cross watcher, just know this is a very adaptable type of energy. So you need to just go with the flow. Now, notice infinity symbol, karmic, spiritual, like all these ties are here in a very, very powerful way. So I do feel for a good chunk of the Pisces, aside from this ending energy here, there's like a big karmic shift happening. Whether you're moving into a new cycle of life or whatever it might be. We saw it in last week's reading. We're kind of seeing it again. And does it feel the most comfortable? No. But does it feel too aggressive? No. I feel like there's a nice balanced way forward. So a lot of you could be in a period of metamorphosis. So when I see the Two of Pentacles, this could be everything being okay in the end. Okay. Now, sometimes This could be someone juggling a lot of things, a lot of energies, but to me, the main vibe I'm picking up under one of our cards here is like, all right, everything's going to be fine. Yes, there's a karmic shift happening. There's this universal energy affecting us in this time, but everything will be okay. Like, I'll make it work. I'll go with the flow. There's a certain acceptance here as well. So I like the energy for the most part, even though there's a certain intensity here. Let's go through and do a quick recap, Pisces, because there's a lot happening this week. And we'll get into the shadow card. But if you kindly look in the box, position number 1, we have the death card with the 2 of wands in reverse. Now, I did say for some of you, this could be an unplanned or unexpected ending of some sort that you didn't see coming, that you still might be processing. For a portion of you, I do also feel like this is somebody just like floating or existing, or it's like, if you're at a crossroads or a decision point, like there's nothing firm as of right now. It's kind of somebody just like treading water. That's like the vibe I'm picking up here. Moving to the center, we do see this want to turn something around. There's a big energy of problem solving. I also said now is a great time energetically to start manifesting the things that you want, whether it's fixing certain things or whether it's attracting certain things into your life. The energy is available for you to do so here in the center. But there's just this little stubborn, problematic energy that's sticking around. Moving to the back end, we have the High Priestess with the 2 of Pentacles in the upright. Yes, this karmic shift energy is still in the mix. But the main vibe I'm picking up here is that like you are able to go with this flow. You'll make it work. You'll roll with these punches and everything will be fine. Again, this is an energy that, although might not be the most comfortable, it's not the worst either. It's like something you can accept and deal with. So we're just going to leave it at that. Please take a screenshot if you'd like. Let's see what's in the shadows. Let's see what's in the shadows for Pisces, please. Guides and spirit team. And yes, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end, just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge. They could be a good thing. So let's get you one. And if you've made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love for all my channel members. Okay, shadow card time for Pisces. Thank you. Ace of Swords. Clear-headedness. Seeing something for what it is could be very important. Now, the Sword of Truth is always extra intriguing to me when this shows up in the shadows, because when we talk about shadow work and shadow cards, it's usually obscured. It's something that's not quite known. The Sword of Truth comes in and illuminates all. So I do feel for a lot of you, if you are in a place of indecisiveness or confusion, that energy is soon to be cut away. Okay, like with what we're seeing, it's like this, and then we have the problem-solving situation. Now, one thing I will say, the Sword of Truth can be very good for communication, whether it's a conversation that needs to be had or a communication that you don't see coming. When this is in the shadows, it could happen. Watch out for cutting someone with your words as well, because in this time when this shows up as a shadow card, dropping too many truth bombs could really do some damage to somebody. I don't know why I'm saying it like that, but if you're way too direct with somebody, you might need a softer approach when this shows up. But again, it's seeing things clearly and for what it is. So for whatever issues, things you might be going through right now, just seeing it for what it is. It is what it is the motto. So yeah, Pisces, that's what I have for you this week, my beautiful friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the September subscriber surprise. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can check out my digital calendar at my website, mastermetaphysics.com. But for the September subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of one of my favorite decks of all time, the beautiful Wizard's Tarot. It's gorgeous and it works great. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments, where would you like to go for your dream vacation? What are you manifesting? Let me know. Let's bring it to fruition. You'll be entered to win. And at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in the community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you again.